So when me and my husband got married, we decided like we wanted to wait a couple of years before we start having children. So I did the natural family planning method. And then shortly after we got married, God called us out of our jobs to start our own like business together. And we were like, okay, a year went by and 2 years almost went by. And we were like, we are not trying to bring no child up in this, okay? We can trust God for providing for our finances, but bringing a child in this is just like irresponsible. And like, we wanted to just make sure we were good financially before we started having kids. And so one night I had a dream and I was in a hospital room about to like give birth to a baby. And I felt the baby kick. And when I woke up, I literally felt the baby kick in my womb. And I was like, this is crazy. And I told my husband, I was like, okay, whatever, that was a weird dream. So God slowly started to speak to me and even my husband on how he was like wanting to birth a child through us. And I remember one time during my devotional time, God was like, you're praying for a breakthrough in your finances, but you're preventing breakthrough in your womb. And I was like, okay. Like, another week went by, and I remember God laid on my heart, you can't judge women who are taking life due to fear of lack because you are preventing life due to fear of lack. And I was like, what? He was saying, I was trying to birth a life through you, but you are preventing due to fear of lack. You can't judge them. And that wasn't him like condoning, taking life or whatnot. He was saying, look, you need to look at your own life. And so I was like, okay, Lord, clearly you're trying to birth a child through us. If that's truly you, so tell my husband that. So I was like, pass it to the leader of the home. He's the head. Tell him that. Y'all, I kid you not. That night, my husband came to me and he was like, so I think God is wanting us not to prevent anymore. And I literally was laughing. And he was like, why are you laughing? I literally told God today to tell you if he was really serious. And clearly he is, because he didn't waste no time. And there was other things that he had put on my husband's heart, and even more things that he was just revealing to me. Like, okay, Lord, we surrender in this area. And so we had repented, we prayed that night, and we put some actions to our faith. And that next day, the Lord woke me up and I had time with him, spent time with him. And he literally gave me a book that he outlined in that very day with all the chapters. And it's talking about this very thing called completely surrendered, and how like his children need to surrender this area to him. Like any fears, any plans, any past hurts, and really understanding and receiving the gifts of motherhood and even having children. And so, yeah, if you're interested in that book, you can get that at Amazon. This documentary is already long. I'm going to share in another part how we had our first child. It was crazy.